Looks like Israel may have bitten off more than it can chew. They've gotten away with genocide and now they think they are untouchable. In 2024, they attacked Syria, Iran, Iraq alongside starving and destroying Palestine. In the last 24 hours, they attacked Iran again by sending over 200 jets. Now, the first thing I want to highlight is I'm sick and tired of hearing Israel has a right to defend itself. Even now, when Israel, unprovoked, sends 200 jets thousands of miles away to Iran and kills 78 people. Before Iran has even responded, people have said Israel has the right to defend itself. Before we do that, all the media has reported so far is Israel has killed top army officials and scientists. They've not mentioned the children. Check this out from Sky News.
Some breaking news. In the last few minutes, Iran's state TV has said that around 60 people, including 20 children, have been killed in an attack on a housing complex in the capital, Tehran. That's according to Iran's state TV, reporting in the last few minutes. Meanwhile, at least 3 people have died in Israel after Iran launched a wave of retaliatory strikes on the country overnight.
20 children have been killed in a housing complex. Does that look like anything that even resembles a nuclear plant? There's absolutely no excuse for this, and it's shocking that no one has addressed this at all. Let's now take a look at what the UK Prime Minister had to say.
G7, Israel's carried out what it describes as a preemptive strike on Iranian nuclear targets, 200 fighter jets, more than 300 bombs. The site struck, including homes. Would you say Israel is justified in the action it's taken?
Well, I'm very concerned about the situation that is developing, and it's obvious that for a long time we've had grave concerns about the nuclear programme that Iran is putting together, and we absolutely recognise Israel's right to self-defence. We, the UK, were not involved in this attack, and we're urging all sides to de-escalate and negotiate as the way forward here. And obviously we're talking to allies about that. We have been this week. We are intensively talking to allies today.
This fool of a man says we absolutely recognise that Israel has a right to defend themselves. From what? They were the ones who initiated the attack. If Israel has a right to defend themselves from a country that has not attacked them, then surely Hamas has a right to also defend themselves from Israel. At least in Hamas's case, they are under an occupation. What's even more shocking, this shameless man repeats this statement over and over again. He's like a broken record. Check out this next clip.
Does that mean you're also gravely concerned about the fact that Israel has made this very big move, preemptive military action? I mean, you're concerned about Iran's nuclear program. Are you also concerned about Israel's choice of action?
Well, I'm concerned about escalation, of course, and I'm going to speak to Prime Minister Netanyahu shortly after this interview. So obviously that'll be a topic of discussion. Look, I do recognise Israel's right to self-defence. There's no doubt about that. But I am very concerned about the escalation of this situation, which is why, along with Germany and France, we're really clear that de-escalation is what is needed here.
The smile on his face when he says we'll be talking to bloodthirsty Netanyahu, almost as if the two of them are in some sort of a relationship. Also, the key word here is preemptive. What they mean is unprovoked. Don't fall for this jargon. Let's get some more information on this from Professor Marandi.
One thing that Western media is not stressing is that they bombed apartment blocks in Tehran and in different parts of the city, and lots of people, women, children were murdered. The Americans are deeply involved, and it's not just the Americans. Regional countries are assisting. Radar bases in Turkey, in Qatar, in the Emirates, in Bahrain are all being used in order to assist the Israelis both in their offensive capabilities as well as their defensive capabilities. And US bases are being used across the board for logistical purposes. It's also, I think, quite evident that the Europeans are supporting this attack. The French have basically said that the Israelis have a right to defend themselves. So that I find extraordinary that they would openly say that. And the head of the IAEA, he refuses to condemn the Israeli attack on Iranian nuclear sites. So that says a lot about the nature of this body, too.
Shocking, isn't it? Innocent civilians have lost their lives yet again to Israel. Western countries have not condemned the attack and openly stated Israel has a right to defend themselves. Let's see what David Lammy had to say about the situation.
We have long understood Israel's need to protect its people and security, and we have had concerns for a very long time. I recognise that this is a moment of grave peril in the Middle East. All of us recognise Israel's right to protect citizens at this time and its security.
What an absolute fool of a man. That was David Lammy. It was a 5-minute or so interview, and all he was banging on about was this Cobra meeting and that Israel has a right to defend itself. Anyway guys, that was a quick overview of what's happening right now. Obviously we know Iran has retaliated, as they should, because they have the right to defend themselves. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Support me by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.